Hello and welcome to the Big Bang Theory podcast. My name's John. I'm here with my friend and colleague Dan.
Hello.
Dan, what a disaster. What a balls up. What an absolute shambles. It's a catastrophe. I mean, honestly, I've started slow.
Wow. You really had time to kind of let this...
Percolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, percolate this, David Percolate. Sort it out. What a crap performance. And then blame us for it. Nice one, lads.
I would say I might have a little bit more of a calmer opinion.
All right. Well, let's start with the facts, shall we? Exeter City playing Port Vale, who haven't won this season, playing England's worst manager, Darren Moore. He manages to get a performance out of his lads.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0, home. Fortress St James Park is now shit pit St James Park.
Yeah.
Absolute ditch.
It's about as much of a fortress as Exeter Castle.
Yeah. We used to be Bury Pomeroy Castle, you know, a bit shabby around the edges,
yeah.
Maybe haunted,
yeah.
But, you know, significant gatehouse and walls. Now we're Oakhampton Castle. Is this even really a castle? No, it's not.
What's that one up on the hill? Belvedere.
The Holden Belvedere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because that looks nice at least.
Not a castle.
Not a castle, but it looks nice.
Wasn't it that was only sort of built in about 1970, wasn't it?
No, it's newer than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Newer than that?
Older.
Oh.
Older than that.
Okay.
Because it went with the Lord Holden, didn't it?
Oh, did it? Lord Haw-Haw.
Anyway, let's just unpick the bones of it, shall we?
Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
I was looking forward to it. I was thinking, we said, haven't we? Keep the home form going.
Well, this is why I'm not that worried about it, because the last two have been really good.
Caveat: I'm still not worried. I'm sure next week will be better. But that was rubbish.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. It was really bad. It was really a poor performance all round. And well, you know, you'll have seen it. It took about 3 minutes in.
Yep.
High press. Basically, they just came out with quite a bit of energy.
Yep.
And I mean, fairly basic, innit? You look at Darren Moore, doesn't have to be Alex Ferguson, which he isn't, to see, like, they like to play out from the back, but they're maybe not the most comfortable on the ball because we're in League One. Mm-hmm. So maybe first 10, you know, leg it at them. Devontae, you and the other lads, just close them down, and you never know.
They always seem to play it back, so just keep running at them. Don't think...
Well, just put them under pressure first 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Especially the goalkeeper and the defenders, they got it, and then you might nick something, and then they did nick something. Poor.
Doyle Hayes got caught with it, didn't he? He was the one, but you know
he never should have been given the ball.
No, he shouldn't. So that was 1-0, and then I don't know, half an hour in, we have a throw in. So you know, we up our, obviously inevitably they're 1-0 up. They're going to step back a little bit. They don't need as much energy.
Well, exactly.
We get a bit of forward momentum, a bit.
Well, we've got the ball.
We've got the ball in their half a bit. We have a throw in line with their 18-yard box. It's Niskanen, who threw. Oh, by this time, Aitchison's gone off injured.
Yeah.
Saw what was coming and thought, I'm just sitting down for this.
Yeah. Well, he's always injured, isn't he? Apparently, he's on crutches at the end.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Flip.
Missed all of last season, pretty much, didn't he? Like.
Anyway, Niskanen throws it to Ed Francis, who's come on. Who it just goes straight past him.
He misses it, yeah.
He misses it. He then has an attempt at crippling Port Vale player. Doesn't even manage that. He plays the ball through to Devante Cole, who slots it. Doesn't even bother celebrating. So it goes from the 18-yard box to back of the net.
He's too embarrassed to celebrate.
He's too embarrassed to celebrate.
Well, I haven't really done anything here. I didn't really play much of a part in this
Don't
goal.
give me any credit for this.
They've scored. Why would I celebrate them scoring?
He's basically thrown it in his own net, he says.
Yeah.
So we're 2-0 down. And...
Outstanding finish, though, actually.
Well, that's what a quality League One striker looks like,
I'm just referencing Andy Cole's rap song, Outstanding.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, nice reference. His dad, of course.
Yeah.
If you missed the connection. And...
Sorry, Andrew Cole.
Everyone's livid. You know that Andy Cole says he never asked to be called Andrew Cole and he's got no idea where it came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Stitched
right up. Yeah. Everyone thought he was like, ooh, Andrew, is it? Get you.
La-di-da.
Yeah.
Saint Andrew. Yeah. No, he didn't ask for it.
Too good for Andy, are you? No.
No, I'm not. it was before social media, so of course he didn't have a right to reply.
Yeah.
And then people are really cross because it felt like a throwback, didn't it, to last season? People have had an absolute enough of this.
Yeah.
So they boo at half time.
Well, let's just before we get to that.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
right.
that's the main crux of the whole episode.
It is.
When you're doing that, when you're doing this kind of the playing out from the back thing,
Yeah.
we've talked about this for years. It seems like because
3 years.
we've been doing it for 3 years. That's the way Caldwell plays. He's not the only one. Loads of people do this, but when it goes wrong so quickly, right in front of your eyes, people's reaction to it is not just it's not an isolated incident. It's it's not even just an Exeter City or a Gary Caldwell thing, but I think people are just tired of this. Just generally, you watch that. I know they didn't do it the other day. Like England played in a slightly different way, but previously England had done it as well. And you watch a Premier League game, and I think people are just kind of tired now a bit of just seeing the goalkeeper with the ball, you know, like and just as a very base level, or just that kind of whole thing. It's just not fun. And yeah, sometimes it's very effective. And we've actually, you know, Caldwell's been doing that for 3 years. He's actually, on paper, been a very successful manager.
Yeah.
Possibly, you know, really, and done really well on paper.
Yeah.
It's worked. The way he's done it the whole time, and it has worked very well. So I think it's more to do with the fact that, yeah, it's so early in the game, it's so calamitous, and people are just over it. You just don't want it anymore. I don't want to see the goalkeeper with his foot on the ball, ever.
No.
Not really. You know, well, that's what you feel like, you know. Like,
No, that's
and
right.
I think not only do these players have to be... The way it's... Obviously, like I said, it's worked. It has worked. But when you got certain... The level of... I'm not having a pop at the players, but they're League One level players.
Yep.
You're asking them to be... They're not old enough, they're not young enough to have grown up playing this type of football since they were little kids. These are people who were identified as centre-halves when they were 8, probably, and gone like, yeah, work on your headering and booting it, you know, and pretty much it for probably the next few years or their formative years. And now they're being asked to be midfielders because not only do you need good range of passing, you need like vision.
Yeah.
You're suddenly being asked to be have vision,
And speed of thought.
and decision making as a kind of centre half. Something which I'd wager was never asked of Gary Caldwell himself during his playing career.
Indeed, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
neither did he exhibit a huge amount of it.
No.
But he was a very, very good centre back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think that's just. Again, I'm not talking specifically about this weekend. I'm not going to pop at Fitzwater or Turns or any of them. They are good. They're doing it pretty well, considering.
Yeah.
I think broadly that's kind of where the frustration came. I just think when you see that 4 minutes in, you see that and you think, I can't handle any more. There's been too much of this. Football has turned into this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to make it clear. I didn't boo. You didn't boo. Lots of people.
I was going to ask you, are you not a boo boy?
I've never yet booed.
Not what specifically Exeter City or anything ever.
I mean, I'd boo Nigel Farage if he walked in here.
Right, because what about like a pantomime? Because you're supposed to boo.
Oh, I'm well up for that.
Right, okay.
I'm aggressive in my booing at the pantomime.
Right, yeah.
I'll add in like insults.
When the villain comes, well, you don't want to get kicked out.
No, I'm not. I'm going over the top. It's a kids' show.
Right. All right. You're not sort of C words and stuff like that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I am like, you absolute rascal.
Right. Okay.
Stop lying to the children at this pantomime.
Okay.
Boo.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I'm booed outside of the pantomime, outside of right-wing goons. I am booed. I am booed anyone, and I didn't boo on Saturday. People did. I'm not.
Wait, are you saying you booed Ben Purrington?
No.
Oh, okay. So on Saturday you didn't boo, but some people did at half
Some
time.
people did, and I can't speak for them because I'm not one of them. But I would wager very much we're not booing Jack Fitzwater, and we're not booing Joe Whitworth. We're booing Gary Caldwell.
You're booing the concept, aren't you?
I'm booing the concept, which comes directly from him. I think those are liked players. I know there's the odd moan about a couple of them, but I think this is a group of players who we like.
Yeah.
I don't think we're raging about oh, this player did that or that. I think, well, we can't believe, like you said, they're being asked to do this, and in the wider context, this is how we're playing football. So Gary telling us...
Well, it's not Will Aimson, is it?
No.
Who was kind of like...
was,
I mean, I think that was... some of that was probably a bit unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
But he would just...
Something didn't work about it.
It didn't work about it, and there wasn't that kind of... he wasn't particularly liked,
That's not happening here. I think
Maybe
people
because he
like
was Argyle.
Fitzwater. I think people are really into Fitzwater, actually. You know, how he's overcome his illnesses, how he's actually worked his way into the team, having been a kind of third choice centre-back and all that stuff. And similarly across the board, to be honest. And the young lads, I think people like these are young lads and they're pretty good. When they booed...
Same privilege wasn't afforded to Tom Parks, was it?
No, it wasn't.
He
When
kept
they
shitting himself.
booed, I think they're really... It's Gary. So then, to carry on the thing, obviously we
Also,
lose.
the other thing is also that nowadays, booing at football is much more common than it was.
Yeah.
I just said back in the day, booing would come when it's like things are really bad.
Really bad, yes.
Now I think people, I'm not saying specifically Exeter, but sometimes you see kind of booing if you're level at half time.
Yeah.
So like
But
that.
think about it, like 30 years ago, we'd have supporters round us in the cowshed calling our own players very specific and offensive names. You get that a little bit now, but not a lot. What you get now is the booing instead. So it's probably a slightly...
I know what you said about Niskanen.
That wasn't me. I think it's kind of softened, but the booing of a performance does happen a bit more, like you said. But that... We've had 3 years. So Gary's saying we've got to be patient and well, we're not booing that Fitzwater got the ball back after 15 minutes. Specifically, we're booing 3 years of it coming back to the centre-back.
Yeah, so what happened is, when the half-time whistle goes,
Yes.
the boos ring out
Yes.
from the boo boys.
Yeah. And it was loud.
Oh, yeah. Colwell immediately sarcastic applauds the
Yeah.
Big Bank.
Yeah.
There's no
denying it.
There's no denying it. There's no getting out, and he hasn't tried to deny it.
No.
There's nothing. It was clear as day.
Yeah.
An unhappy clapper, you
Good.
could say.
Yes, you could.
And off he goes down the tunnel, and then supposedly he then had an argument with somebody, or a heated exchange of words with somebody as he's on his way, with a supporter as he's on his way down the tunnel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the specifics of that, or what was said, anything like that. But apparently that happened. So he's clearly very frustrated.
And then in the
not just, I'm sure he's frustrated with being 2-0 down and his system not working very well on this occasion.
Yeah.
But also with being booed.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that Colwell's cracked.
It is.
A lot of people drawing equivalency with Paul Tisdale towards the end of his tenure.
Indeed. Now, Gary's unhappy about the booing. I can think of, and I haven't been at all the away matches, I could think of maybe, including this one, 6 occasions, I couldn't name them, but something like that, where they've been booing. And I think this was the strongest.
I think there's more than that.
Do you think so?
When we went on that 100 days with no win.
Yeah. I think towards the end of that, there was booing. I think people were very patient.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe it's...
I mean, it's
maybe,
not
maybe
more
it's not
than
as many
10,
as
I
think.
wouldn't say.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right, yeah.
Out of lots of opportunities, we're a very patient fan base. Very patient. And even when people are really cross, there are still people who aren't cross at all and, stick with the manager and what. So I mean, for example, Gary knows what it's like in Scotland. If one of the Glasgow teams, and I know they've got higher standards, but are on a bad run of form, you're not getting away with a bit of booing, like with one person saying it's rubbish.
Well, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
so what you're saying, he's a snowflake?
no, I'm saying I'm saying come on. I mean, come on. You've pushed us a bit here.
Yeah, so...
And also there's the other stuff going on, which is the trust seems to be in a bit of turmoil here. So we're also like, oh, this is...
Well, yeah, that's kind of... we can come on to a bit more of that, I suppose, in a bit. But
I'm sure we can.
It doesn't help that
Doesn't help.
We did have kind of off-field turmoil, but on-field... I mean, we've lost 6 out of 9, but we had a couple of good home wins, which is what most people are seeing with their own eyes.
Yeah. So I was like, come on, we're not booing the players, and you're going to get booed a bit if it's that bad. And he's trying to tell us, isn't he, that it's all about, like we've always known, you get it back to your centre-back, who then quickly plays it one way or the other, catching the opposite team out. Okay? That's the aim of their football. He said it as much in his post-match interview with the club.
Yeah, I mean, we understand we understand why you do it, yeah.
But it doesn't really work. And
it does require... It requires everyone to be quite on it. I think,
and the opposition to not be on it.
Yeah, I think part of the problem yesterday was again not like it was more a lack of intensity and a lack of kind of drive to actually make anything happen. Like we weren't. They weren't the midfielders. For this to work, you got to have these midfielders who are going to receive it on a half turn. Now I know he had an early interruption and he had to put.
Yeah,
Rydell, no, not Rydell. What's his name? The little Brierley further forward, and Francis has got to go further back. Whatever. So it's a bit messed up. Well, we're already 1-0 down at this point, but everyone just wasn't quite on it. We weren't getting it. Niskanen seems to be on the other side. He's started. Ware has been dropped to the bench again. All the new lads are nowhere. We don't know whether they're. It's quite.
Well, he kind of skipped over.
It's kind of vague
whether
they're
training,
they're injured or he wasn't impressed with them in training. Not really sure. Anyway, there was no Mendes Gomez. No. These aren't on the. They're not on the bench either. No. There's no Akil Higgins.
No.
Both of whom, especially Higgins, I'd say, in that game last Saturday, looked like they could maybe make something happen.
Yeah.
Higgins especially.
Rydell, not there either.
Rydell is injured.
Right.
So and then Coxon, I don't know where, I couldn't quite work it out. It seemed to me that Coxon was maybe
playing on the right,
playing out wide.
Yeah,
he was far too far away. There was too many times when the attackers were, and McGuinness as well, far too wide. It just like, and then no, you've got to be in the box.
Well, I wonder McGuinness was asked to drop deep. Do you see this report? So there's rumours that Gary told McGuinness to drop deep, and McGuinness told him what he thought of it.
Right, yeah. I mean, that stuff probably happens all the time, doesn't it? You know,
but it is weird. You've got this bloke who's very clearly a centre forward and not much else. And you're like, play deep then.
Well, he's basically going like, what, are you trying to tell me you want me to run? Because I can't, I can't do that, Gary.
Yeah.
You signed me.
Yep.
You know my legs are gone.
For, yeah.
So it wasn't so much just that kind of like that we made those kind of defensive errors. It was more there just wasn't anything. There wasn't anything going forward at all. It was compared to what we've seen in the last, those two home wins, where we had plenty of attacking impetus and we were really managing to get up the pitch and create opportunities and get the ball into the box and have people in the box. There was none of that.
No,
none of it.
No,
I think that ultimately that's what I'm more concerned about. Because the other on another day those two errors don't happen.
No. Sonny had a chance to score on about 46th minute, didn't he? But one time there was someone in the box and he just
Cox, it. I'm not sure what he's.
Well, he's been undermined to the point of like I'm not sure if he's not up to it skills wise or if he's just been absolutely diminished in terms of belief.
Well, yeah, and also it's a bit of an unfair test. I think we've always said this a few times that the system doesn't reward number 9s.
No,
most of the time. Yeah, everything's got to go so perfectly for that to happen, and Cox isn't someone who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He may well be someone who can, when the attacking side of the team is functioning well, that can really, add to that. But we see so little of that it's still, at this stage, even though because he's been around for a long time, it's still impossible. For me, I wouldn't like to say. I don't know whether he needs to go out on loan or whether League One is in his level. I really don't know. I would like to see him in a different system and see if he could do it. I don't know. But Wareham, I feel like, is someone that sort of has been able to make things happen a bit. I know he wasn't very good last week in the away match, was he?
I don't understand why he's on the bench.
And he was a bit frustrated in that away game last Saturday.
He's the one lad you feel like could make stuff happen out of nothing.
I know. I don't know. Yeah. So that a little bit confusing. And then after the match in the interview, Caldwell clearly a bit annoyed. about
He
the whole
was.
thing. The thing is, he kept going like, he was annoyed about people booing, and he's saying, "Oh, remember the Blackpool game? Remember the Blackpool game?" Well, the other day he was telling us to forget it.
Yeah, he was. That's right.
What is it? Which one is it, Gary? Remember it or forget it?
Now, I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if the eagle-eyed amongst you noticed.
And then also Blackpool and Peterborough, they're different teams. They are different teams. We're playing someone else now.
Yeah.
You can't just go like, well, what about those ones? Yeah, but that was against somebody else.
Did you hear that?
If you play this, you can play the same way every week if you want. And yeah, it worked against those teams. It didn't work against Port Vale though, did it?
No.
All the teams aren't the same.
Did you see after England only just beat Andorra, Thomas Tuchel said, "Yeah, but what about that Jeff Hurst goal at Wembley?"
Did he?
Yeah. And, fair play.
Yeah.
Anyway, in other news, the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed Gary's interview with the club was sponsored by a new interview sponsor. Did you see this?
God, what we come to? Interview sponsor?
Well, wait and hear who the interview sponsor is.
Right, yeah. Who is it?
The Turmeric Company.
Right, okay. Turmeric is really, like, some marketing person very successfully...
The Turmeric Marketing Board, presumably, yeah.
When at some point went like, I reckon we could get everyone to believe that they need to be taking turmeric at every left, right, and centre.
Anyway, do you know what the turmeric supply? It's drinkable turmeric.
Well, yeah, you've seen them. There's little shots.
Well, yeah,
I fall
have
for it.
now.
I fall for it sometimes. I feel a little bit under the weather.
It's your fault, is it?
I feel a little bit under. You might feel a little bit run down or something. You walk in there, you see Sainsbury's. You've got like a little tiny bottle with a shot of it's got turmeric in it, and it'll say like ginger, and it'll say like immunity boost
That's
in it
right.
or like something. And you go like, oh yeah, I could do with one of them. And you look at it, and it's literally a shot, right?
Yeah.
25ml shot or something. You look at it, and you go, well, it's £3.65, and then you go, well, I better add because I don't want to get, and then you neck it, and then you go, and
Did you feel better?
no, of course not. Of
Do you know
course
what it
not.
does? I'm reading here. It's a formula created to support immunity,
Yeah,
fight fatigue, repair muscles, and support brain functionality. So you need some of that. Perks.
yeah, it hasn't had enough turmeric.
So don't worry about it, Dan. Just get stuck in.
It's I think it's worked. It has worked. It's in every shop. People banging on about turmeric. It's not. I think well played. That's
That's
what I would say.
means. Here it says it helps you fight free radicals. Does it mean like, you're beating back the revolutionary communists that are flying on the edge of town?
There's always a little bit of kind of like there's always a little bit of kind of right wing stuff in all this, in like a lot of like kind of new agey health stuff, isn't there?
Can be.
There always has been.
Do you want to know who their ambassadors are?
It's like it's not. We're not far
we
off.
can become an ambassador. Maybe we should.
It's not far
Done
off
their
kind of
work
CBD gummies sort of territory, is it?
No. Let me tell you who. Oh no, it's no one. Nigel Benn's their main brand ambassador.
Nigel Benn, the
Yeah,
boxer.
Yeah.
Right.
But not so much of a brand ambassador. They've got a photo of him with it. So, anyway,
Also, Nigel Benn's about 65.
isn't he Paul Ince's cousin?
I don't know, is he?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Turmeric Co.
Yeah.
So Gary's presumably getting a few of them free.
Yeah, surely.
Surely.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, that's what we've come to, an interview sponsor.
Yeah. Well, if they want to sponsor this podcast,
We're not interested, lads.
we'll let you.
We're the real free radicals.
We'll let you sponsor the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll let them sponsor the podcast if you admit that it's nonsense.
We'll do. We'll read out your statement. This is absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Doesn't even taste good.
Yeah.
But people will be impressed if you tell them you're on a turmeric diet.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? It's a very useful spice. In a lot of like kind of Indian cuisine and stuff.
yeah.
There's all turmeric and stuff in there.
Okay.
Love a curry.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to ask him to get rid of turmeric.
It's the shots you're up for.
Just keep it in food.
Yeah.
Keep it as an ingredient in food rather than just going like, just that bit.
Just
I
that
don't want that. Just do not just. I want the whole thing. I want a naan.
If you're having a naan, that's not helping you fight fatigue.
Really isn't. The opposite.
All right.
I love a naan. If any naan makers want to sponsor the podcast, but I really only like homemade naan, so it has to be. It's gonna have to be. That's what I mean. It's gonna have to be. No, I don't want those shop packet ones. They're disgusting.
Right.
Dry, sort of brittle. What I mean is, if you make naans
Yes.
and you want us to, for some reason, you want us to just read out your name in exchange for you sending us a few fresh naans every now and then.
This is turning like Test Match Special where people send in cakes. We're going to ask for like...
Yeah, or if any
savoury
listeners
bread.
want to like send in any, homemade naans or flatbreads of any kind.
I'd accept a pretzel. I like a pretzel.
I like a pretzel, I like a focaccia, but it's got to be good, well made. If you're crap at focaccia, forget it.
For crapture?
No.
Okay.
Right. What? Anything else to say about football? The Exeter City match.
No, I'm done.
It
People
wasn't-
left very quickly, didn't they?
I only stayed because was there 6 minutes added on or 8?
Oh, shout out to the man in front of us on the big bank who had an absolute moment of rage quit when they announced the 6 minute added on time. He lost his mind, didn't he?
Yeah, because there's the time added on, and then about 2 minutes in, he realised, I don't have to stay.
Don't have to stay, and he went, yeah.
I do have to stay. I can't do it.
No, I've
Can't
never
go.
done it.
But unless
I must have at some point in my life.
Well,
but
I
can't
think
remember.
when I've like really we got to go to work or something. Maybe that's happened once or twice, but like on the whole, got to stay. I also wanted to see if Colwell was going to do another.
Well, that's
sarcastic
the main thing
applause.
I was hoping for.
But he didn't.
But everyone had left.
Well, that was the best thing that could happen in a way, really.
Yeah,
Isn't it,
would have gone. I hope he realised he was clapping to an empty stand,
A few happy clappers over there, of course. Still,
as they're called. All right. Well, no, that's the end of the football chat. For now, we'll be back in a minute with more stuff. Welcome back to the Big Bang Theory podcast. As always, you can email us bigbankpod@gmail.com if you've got something to say about anything. Maybe you've got shares in Turmeric Co. It's probably one of the players, isn't it? That's probably how it's happened. It's one of the players are a...
I don't think it would be.
Do you remember when Bowman was selling Herbalife?
Yeah, I do remember that. And then also Ryan Brunt had his own
Jim.
sort of cryotherapy gym or
Yes,
something,
right.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Marsh Barton. Didn't help him though.
Did he only played one match? Didn't he? One substitute appearance, something
Something
like that.
like that, yeah, he was never likely, was he?
No.
And they got him in on a kind of a hope, and it never happened. Anyway, Russell's been in touch. Let's just say he's delighted with the performance on Saturday. I don't think we've ever had such a cross email, Russell. I like it. He said it's shameful. The sarcastic clap was just shameful. And he's right that it had echoes of the Tisdale. Russell says he's not going to renew his season ticket wherever we finish in the league until Coldwell's left.
Wow.
Which is, and he's not happy about the players either, to be honest. And he said, it's not fun unless you're a dour defensive man. I don't know if anyone would describe themselves as on Tinder. I'm a dour defensive man. You know, when your potential girlfriend or boyfriend is like,
well, maybe if you're going
what's
for
with
some
the
sort of kind
jacket?
of reverse psychology.
oh, yeah, don't go out with me.
Don't think
I'm
it would
awful.
work very well, but I could, yeah.
Anyway, Russell, who's not much older than us, identifies as a grumpy old man. So no worries. We appreciate your candour, Russ.
I know what you mean. In a way, part of me just thinks like when Coldwell got booed. What's he not allowed to give it back a bit? I don't mind it. I don't actually mind it. I don't. I think sarcastic applause is a little passive aggressive.
Very passive aggressive.
But it's, I don't mind. If I don't mind, you can't shout at someone and then get offended if they give you something, shout back at you.
No, but I think.
I kind of think fair enough. He's stuck up for himself.
Fair
Fair enough to boo as well. I don't really mind it personally.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not up for
in
it.
the same way I didn't mind when Tisdale gave him the wanker sign, which he didn't even do.
We don't know. Even though we
what do
were
you
there, we
mean?
didn't see it.
Yeah, it just didn't happen.
I still want to believe
I'm a
it did.
Tisdale truther. It definitely didn't happen. It didn't happen.
What do you mean?
People wanted it to happen because they didn't like him. People had this kind of like...
Are
People
we
that
still having this conversation?
email in if you like. Also, there's a bit of revisionism going on around the end of Paul Tisdale's reign. Yeah, he gave him the wanker sign. We were playing better football than this shit.
Well, we got to the playoffs.
I was in League Two, but like...
But we did. He
yeah.
gave us that because we thought we would get... Let's not forget the story. We thought we might go up on that day. We didn't. We booed him. He gave us the sign. Then we got to Wembley anyway.
Say we booed him,
and then he didn't clap and he went straight down the tunnel. That's worse.
Yeah, that is worse, but that was the end.
That was the end.
And also, Jaden Stockley scored 25 goals that season.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to me when one of Gary Colborough's strikers has scored. When Josh McGuinness has scored 25 goals at the season, and then you want to talk about comparing Colborough to Tisdale. All right,
fine.
Speaking of Paul Tisdale,
how were we?
The one man who was able to follow him and not receive any shit, I think almost whatsoever, was David Wheeler.
Oh yeah,
who has just this week announced he's retiring from
Yeah.
football. The lower league nice guy, David Wheeler.
He's also a lower league kind of thinking footballer, isn't he?
He wrote a column. He's kind of the acceptable, non-prick version of Caleb Watts.
Yeah, well, Watts just let us down, didn't he?
He's Caleb Watts, who didn't defect to Plymouth Argyle.
Hated rivals.
Fair enough, he went to MK Dons, but that's nowhere near as bad. That's forgivable.
That is forgivable. You forget about that. You never
And also,
forget an Argyle move.
But Wheeler, what a player. Also a very important part of
He was,
Paul
yeah.
Tisdale's
Yeah, that's
exciting brand of football.
He didn't quite hit his potential, did he? He did for us, and then kind of expected him to go on and do more. But
Well, they loved him at Wickham, where he was there for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he scored a lot of goals.
And I suppose Wickham were in the Championship, weren't they, with him? So, yeah. Anyway, that's...
I thought it was worth mentioning because I just always liked him.
No, quite right. Quite right. In terms of current stuff, this team just lacks those kind of characters, doesn't it? It's a pretty...
Yeah, I think...
Wareham being the exception, but if he's going to be sidelined again, then that'll be a real shame because we need that. Sweeney, I think we need back. I don't know where we put him in, but I think we
One in the squad.
No, I think we just need someone bellowing. Obviously, tomorrow night is the stupid Papa John's thing.
The Papa John's.
So some of them will be in that.
Cardiff at home. Is it home or away?
Home.
Right.
Some of them will be in that team, won't they? Sweeney, presumably Higgins and...
Forgotten man, Andrew Olorabori.
Yeah. What's that about?
We forgot to mention that Kieran Wilson came on with about 4 minutes to go.
What's that about?
I thought he
Give
looked...
him 20 minutes.
Well, it's not long enough to do anything, is it?
It's not long enough. Like we said the other week, 10 minutes under Tisdale or Taylor or a normal manager, you'd think, well, that's enough. But in the Coldwell era, you need a full 20 minutes to get 2 chances.
Yeah, true.
2 touches even. So I don't understand that. The game was lost at half-time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, very much
You
so.
could have given him a full half. And then it makes it weird. Like, we've gone from having no keepers on the bench to all this raft of players, and we're always putting the keeper on. And I think, well, what's going on?
I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from the defeat.
I don't want to move on too far, though. Let's talk about the team photo.
Oh, yeah.
So, thing number 1, you notice we've got a big squad again.
Yeah.
Thing number 2, so big we can have some sort of faceless man stand there so that Sil Swinkles can be photoshopped on top.
Yeah. They've owned up to it today.
No, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually back. There's a real photo of him.
Question number 1, who was the man?
Well, you
there?
can see it's another man because there's a little video of them setting up for the photo.
Yeah.
And you can see, you just think, well, that isn't him. I don't know who it is, but I don't know, it could be anyone.
Well, it's not anyone, is it? It's not one of the rest of the players. So who have they made do it?
I don't know, Taggy?
It's not Taggy.
Is it Clive Harrison?
Neither Clive nor Julian Tagg are on the same silhouette as Sil Swinkles.
No, true.
Yeah, anyway, curious. And they had to Photoshop him in. Presumably he was back at Southampton getting the rub down.
Aston Villa, but yeah.
Who's the Southampton loanee?
Oh, we haven't got one.
What the hell am I on about? Where have I got that from? I swear he was from Southampton.
No, Aston Villa.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Yeah, funny. They didn't even put his head on straight. Where's Craig when you need him?
Well, he's left because we gave him the wrong name one too many times.
Yeah, but now I'm calling him the right name.
Come back,
I've
Craig.
learnt it now.
Come back, Craig, with your copy of Photoshop, please.
Honestly, he's going to be out of the building in 5 minutes, and look at it. Look at the state of that.
Swinkles. Anyway, there we are. That's the team photo. And then we've got Cardiff on Tuesday in the Virtue Trophy.
Yeah, but let's
EFL.
talk about off-field shenanigans.
Oh, all right. Let's talk
should
about
we do
that
that after the break?
No, we've had the break.
Have we?
Yeah.
I didn't even realise.
This is how...
Okay, let's
yeah.
do it now then.
Let's do it now. So you went to the trust meeting?
No, I did not.
Zoom.
I Zoomed it.
That's what I mean. You Zoomed the trust meeting.
I did, yeah.
And
I don't know when the last time I used Zoom was. A long time ago. I've never been a big Zoom man. But for some reason, my profile picture, if you saw me on there, was a picture of a cat sideways on, like as in it had rotated 90 degrees somehow.
Oh dear.
So I was sort of horizontal cat.
Clearly not up to the Zoom.
So it was all quite boring, and then
got to questions, right?
Yeah, not really any questions were really answered, but someone was saying something about that there's no kind of like legal process to transfer these buildings which the trust has bought, but
by which they mean there's a legal process, but it wasn't written into the contractual arrangements of transferring ownership.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then one of the trustees was the one to kind of like highlight this and go, actually no, because they were going, no, there is, and then he was like, no, actually there isn't.
Yeah.
And that was that. It kind of comes to an end.
Yeah.
And then literally about an hour later, this same guy who piped up has stepped down.
Yeah, Peter Holding,
yeah.
So
he's only been on it he's only got drafted in.
He was co-opted in.
Yeah.
Was presumably in June?
Yeah.
So presumably when Nick Hawker was...
Or one of the other ones. Someone else also stepped down around that time, didn't they?
Yeah. Co-opted in. And we're allowed a certain amount of co-opted.
Well, now he's opted out.
Yeah.
Emphatically.
Yeah, he wasn't... Well, we don't know. We don't think he was pushed. We think he's like, well, I'm being contradicted in a meeting, or we're telling things that aren't accurate in the meeting. I'm correcting that. I'm not putting up with this. I mean, we're reading between the lines.
Well, we have to read between the lines because, yeah, you don't really get any information out of any of these people at the minute. Fair enough. I'm not blaming him. Just broadly.
Well, it's a bad sign, isn't it? That someone who wants to tell the truth, correct inaccurate statements in a meeting,
yeah,
then walks away.
Yeah.
That's a really bad sign.
It is. The whole thing is it's a right old mess, isn't it?
It's a right old mess. I don't know. I feel, as I'd imagine many listeners and trust members and wider supporters feel, there's a lot of unpicking needed to be done here to get it back.
I know. That's the thing. It feels so all over the place.
Yeah.
That this is gonna the bangs on the door for people to want a complete change of this, and for us not to have this fan ownership model anymore, are just going to get louder and louder and stronger.
Yeah.
And they've kind of only got themselves to blame.
The trust, you mean?
Because of how badly they've handled this situation.
Yeah.
And we don't even really know the details of what's even happened, but even notwithstanding that, the response to it has been absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, when people they've made the whole thing, they basically jeopardised the entire thing.
Yeah.
To the point where it might even be hard to make a case. I mean, I would try, because I would think like I want it to, I very much want it to remain supporter owned in some form. You know, I don't want to sell to a private owner. I just don't want to be one of those clubs. None of the things that offers you are of any interest to me. I've no interest in being a Premier League team or having loads of money. And I don't. People will disagree, but that's just my personal view. I don't want any of that. I like it the way it is. And if it happens, they have to shoulder some of the blame for that. Or if anything comes from this, where we end up. The other thing is, we're supposed to have these trust elections. The AGM, I got it wrong last week. I said it's in October. It's not.
November.
It's 8th of November.
Yeah.
It's in the 8th of November. That's when they give the results, isn't it?
Yeah. So
they've got to do an election of 5 new trustees to be, or 5 places up for election.
Yeah.
There's all this stuff going on. We know something's happened. We know there's some big problems. They won't tell us what it is. So how are we supposed to vote for this?
Yeah.
How is anyone supposed to vote for people when you don't know what you're voting for? You don't know who you're like. You might be voting for someone who's just made a catastrophic error.
I mean, I'm starting to be of the opinion this review's supposed to be 2 weeks away now, right? They said last week 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away for this result of this review, which I'm hardly confident about anyway. If we don't see it in 2 weeks, or it's not clear what's happened still from the review, you almost want to postpone that election because, like you say,
I think they just postpone it. Can they postpone it?
You can do whatever you want if there's reason to do so, and enough people agree. So yeah, I think we're in danger of, like you say, electing people who either are completely complicit in the mistakes or people who don't know what they're getting themselves into. Because,
Well, yeah. Imagine if you were thinking of standing.
Yeah.
And then you go, I'll stand for that. You get elected, you get there, you find out what's been going on, and you're like, well, I can't do anything about this.
That's right.
Now I'm involved.
And we want to encourage a broad range of supporters to be able to stand for the trust. But at the minute, what we need are absolute firefighters and people with real expertise around accounting, around charitable rules, blah, 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 blah. So then you're how many people do we have like that? I mean, I know we have some, and they do a really good job.
This kind of mirrors society,
it does.
Our British political situation at the moment, which is if someone's in there and you're making a right old mess of it, you might end up with someone who you don't necessarily want in there and wouldn't get elected ordinarily if you hadn't cocked it up so badly in the first place. And that could well happen at this election.
Our other problem is, if there's a voice for people saying, well, now's the time to sell. And by the way, I don't think there's a big appetite for this. I think some people do, but I don't think people who are likely to get elected to the trust are those people.
No, probably not.
But let's say it could happen, right?
I don't think anyone's particularly interested in buying it, are they?
No, well, there's that. So therefore, you get people who are interested not for the best reasons, and they see somewhere in crisis. Obviously, what you want to do is sell in a position of strength, right? If Liverpool want to sell now, you're only going to engage with the very top.
Buy low, sell high.
Exactly that. At the moment, we're in a situation where some nefarious person thinks, well, these idiots don't know what they're doing, and I'll promise them the moon.
Well, you go, I could swoop in here and get it for a song. In here,
and as we know, what's worth a lot of money is some of the physical things that we own, which we've now said aren't contractually organised to stay with us.
Yeah, but I have also, by the way, significantly increased in value, meaning that's owned by shareholders. There's also this massive issue with all the rest of these shares that we're supposed to be finding and getting back, but they've done nothing. They've admitted themselves, one of the few things they have admitted, they have done nothing about. So that's what I mean. It's very, if you're not following it, neither am I. Don't worry, neither am I.
Here's the real problem as well, right? There are people who could sort this mess out. They exist. They're very clever people who know about sorting out much more complicated messes than this. Those kinds of people get paid an awful lot of money, right? So no one's even talking about that stuff. We're still asking for volunteers to step up and do 20 or 30 hours a week in a voluntary role to sort out the mess of your local football club. And, I mean, maybe someone will stand on this trust. That's what I would push for, I think. If I was standing for the trust, I'd say, I'm going to stand, and then I'm going to use some of the trust money to employ someone who's really top-notch to sort this blimmin' mess out so that we can remain as a support-our-own club.
Well, yeah, but didn't they try that? Isn't that how the mess we've got into in the first place?
That's how we got into this mess. But of course...
Because Joe Gorman
Yeah, but of course what we did is pay
potentially.
Peanuts. You know what they say, if you pay Peanuts, Dan? You get Joe Gorman. So that's where we are, I think.
Yeah.
It's grim. It's troubling and it's grim. And
it's much more concerning than Gary Caldwell's playing out from the back.
Of course it is, yeah, of course. And Gary could capitalise on that and give us some attacking football and everyone would be like, sell the club to Gary. But, yeah, I don't yet see a way out of the mess. There may be some. I think the first thing we need to do is see this review and then judge if it's been an effective review or not. So can we even learn from it? And if we can learn from it, then, okay, that's a start. If not, yeah, why are we having a wholesale election when, we don't even know what we're electing people to yet?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but...
Mad. So there's nothing on... I think there's nothing now until the AGM. There's no more... There's a monthly meeting, right? board
Should be a
meeting.
monthly meeting, so in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
But by that point, that's October. How long do we normally give people to vote? I feel like it's not a full month.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. Well, further developments to come, I suppose. We'll try and keep covering the situation as best we understand it, which isn't very well, to be honest, because it's quite difficult to. A lot of this is guesswork.
Yeah,
we're not really. I've never been a money man. I don't really know how finances work. I don't really know how organisations work. I'm not a business person either. Do you mean? So it's difficult to kind of do it in much forensic detail. But there isn't much forensic detail out there, even if we did know about it. So we're just trying to. We might be getting things completely wrong.
Well, we're not far off.
But when we're getting such little information out of the board, out of the trust, then it's very difficult. And then this is bound to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. In fairness,
they created this situation.
They did, yeah. In fairness to Radio Devon, BBC, and Stuart James and Devon Live and Western Morning News, they're trying.
Yeah, I just wonder what the impact of that is in this day and age.
Well,
because,
I mean, they are all online as well, so it's something.
Yeah, but you try, when you click on Devon Live, you can't see the website for adverts.
No, true.
I don't even bother.
What I mean is they're trying to do some journalistic work around it.
No adverts on this podcast, by the way.
That's true, except for the Turmeric Co. apparently.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's not
turmeric.
Sneak advertising, by the way. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I'm just amused by
that. We're
that.
not in the pocket of big turmeric.
No, you do sometimes get big turmeric, don't you? They probably wouldn't fit in your pocket.
I don't know what turmeric looks like in its kind of base form.
It's a bit like ginger, doesn't it?
Does it?
No, is it a root?
Yeah, maybe you're right. It might be a root, yeah.
Yeah.
I do know this. If it gets on your, if you get any of it on your side, your kitchen side, or your plates and whatnot,
Never getting that out.
It's difficult to get out.
Yeah. Much like some of our staff at Exeter City.
Right.
Okay, that's enough of
Who
that.
are we playing next? We haven't talked about that. Does it matter?
I don't think it matters really. Cardiff Tuesday in the Virtue, and then
good luck to anyone who's going aboard the good ship Virtue on Tuesday night.
Good, yeah.
I'm not bothering.
And then Saturday it's Stevenage away, home of the famous Tisdale incident.
Wow, could we see some more?
He's more likely, isn't he, Gary?
Yeah.
What's this one called?
Yeah,
I'm like hitting my arm in the.
I think it's sort of like
inside
it's
of
sort of like
elbow.
up yours, isn't it?
Up yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say Gary's more likely to. I don't think he'd do the wanker sign either. Doesn't seem like his style to me.
Would he do the dickhead sign? Oi, mate.
No, that's a.
Anyone do that anymore?
No, I've not seen that for years.
Did you used to do it where you like, if you thought they were an enormous dickhead, you join it up?
Yeah.
To their crotch.
Yeah. Anyway, you have to use your imagination. I don't, because I can see it happening. But
lucky.
Some call me lucky.
I think he's going to do it at Saturday on Stevenage. No, what am I saying? On Saturday at Stevenage.
Yeah, the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
It could happen. History repeats itself. We know this.
We know it to be true.
Yeah.
It's all just a big circle anyway.
But
spiral.
And is it any coincidence that Gary has started wearing all kind of fancy clothes?
No, it is not.
I mean, not on the level of fancy of our erstwhile leader, Paul Tisdale. There's not a cravat to be seen.
No.
But
he is looking slick.
No pork pie hats.
No.
But he has suddenly started, dressing up.
Yeah. He's looking good. Shame his football ain't.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to Stevenage, enjoy yourselves. Let us know if he does.
They've still got the air raid siren.
No, that's Lincoln.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
No, they've not. Since Tisdale came and went, they've got 4 stands now.
Right.
I remember standing there and just looking out at the road.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're going, not looking at the road, you'll be looking at Gary doing that sign off his head. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week. My name's John. I'm here with my friend and colleague Dan.
Cheers.
See you soon.